Welcome back to the Dining with Nadiva show. I am your hostess with the mostest, Nadiva. And I'm so glad to be back here with you guys. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and share because sharing is caring.
Send money.
And if you want to make any donations to the Dining with Nadiva show, our Zelle information will be at the bottom of the screen. So feel free to make any type of donation God puts on your heart. We appreciate it all. And thank you so much for all tuning in. But of course, we are back, and I have my favorite co-host in the building.
Yes,
to my left, I have Michael Parker.
Allegedly.
Shout out to Michael Parker.
It's for me.
How's your week going, Michael Parker?
It's gone. Tell me how to get it back. That's
Well, this is wedding season for you, so you should be happy.
I'm happy, but I like being at home, sitting on my lawn, watching the rabbits.
Because he bought a new house. Yeah, so he like looking around his property.
We're having a housewarming pretty soon, so y'all should be getting an invitation for that.
Okay, yeah, I'll be there.
And the Amazon registry for
of course, there's a registry attached to that invite. Of course.
We don't do nothing for free.
I know. I understand. That's only for Wanda. I'm only hooking up Wanda.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm just saying, Wanda's got my attention. Shout out to Wanda, Mike's wife. But I also have my cousin back again for our fourth week, Mr. Bert Lurch. How you doing, cuz?
I'm blessed. I'm back.
Okay.
I made it back.
All right.
What?
Yeah, he's still off that sugar rush from last week.
Back like you never left.
That was wild. That was wild. But it was really, really good. But it had me pumping.
Oh, good. I love it. Well, you're going to like this topic today, cuz.
Yes, it's right up your alley.
Yeah, because I kind of want you to talk about this. Today's topic is going to be about mentorship in today's generation and why do so many people feel lost without guidance. And you have a mentorship program. Can you tell the audience and the fans about that?
Well, I'm on the board of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Long Island, but that's a national organization. So
brother, that's still a big accomplishment.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
No, but definitely the goal is to make sure we mentor our youth and give them opportunity to excel, because there's a lot of young kids out there that are railroaded or lost direction. And we feel and we know that when these littles, we call them, have proper mentorship, they're able to excel, finish school, and handle a lot of issues that daily life brings. So, I've been involved with the organization for about 8 years, and I've personally seen how that has helped so many young kids go on to college and just keep them on the right road. And it's really important. So with being involved with mentorship for kids and just mentorship, and I know we're going to talk about that, mentorship in general, mentorship in business, it's important because we can't always do these things on our own. So that's been something dear to my heart. So I'm glad we're going to be able to get into that.
Oh, yeah, we're going to dive into that. We're going to dive into that because I think there's a lot of young people and even adults that need some mentorship, and to know that there's programs out there to help assist them. I think it's amazing, especially for those people that lack certain parenting in the home. So it's good to have that kind of program set in place. But we're going to dive into that. But as I mentioned, today's topic is on mentorship and why so many people, despite having unlimited information or access to information, still feel lost when it comes to navigating life. So, cuz, let me ask you this. Can a mentor make the difference between simply surviving and truly thriving?
Yeah. So I'll tell you firsthand, right? And like I said, mentorship is not just for young kids, even for adults, older folks, but the difference between surviving and thriving, with me, to have a successful business, I was mentored by a few people. These are individuals that had no reason to necessarily help me, but they saw something in me that I may not have seen. They had expertise, but they provided me with knowledge so that I could further my career. And they invested in me, right? Personally invested in me. So when you have a mentor that really cares about you and invests in you, it will give you an opportunity to avoid pitfalls, to when things fall off a little bit, they can give you some ideas to help you out so that you can go to the next level. So you could survive on your own, but when you have a mentor that invests, like I want to key in on that concept, because they literally do, just like we do in Big Brothers Big Sisters, we invest in those littles. We give them, we have scholarship programs for education. We have weekly or monthly events where they can go and just come out. Sometimes their household may be tough, and we bring them out into an event where they can actually enjoy and spend some time, and that will allow them to thrive because they see something better than sometimes what they're normally used to.
Right. Oh, I love that. I love that. You know what? I didn't even tap into the definition of word of the day. I'm sorry. But I think you said it, actually. But today's word of the day is guidance, which means advice, wisdom, and direction provided to help someone reach their purpose and potential. So that was great that you mentioned that, and you're absolutely right about that. What do you think the difference between a mentor and an influencer are? And this is for both of you guys.
You want to go first?
I'll do influencer. Influencer is someone that basically is selling a product. Like they're like, oh, you should try this. And let's, for lack of a better term, on the internet now, there's nothing but influencers. They may not have a specific expertise in it, but they might like it and might be good at it.
Right.
But it's not something that, well, I might want to do this. Or, I look at a mentor as someone that's going to have a hands-on, real in-depth, intimate, pouring into you. Instead of just showing you something.
Right.
An influencer, I could be influenced by Superman, and many of us have done this, put a cape on and jump off the side of the house. But the mentors would be like, no, get in this plane. They got this thing called planes. They fly.
Right.
So,
Right.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah, so
Right.
that's the kind of difference I see. But he's the expert. I'm just an influencer. You're the.
He's just the influencer.
He's the mentor. You're the influencer.
I'm the one that's bad behavior. I influence bad behavior.
I wonder what I am.
You the glue to keep her together. And that sparkler outfit is sparkling.
The outfit is sparkling.
My retina. Oh yeah, shout out to the person that made that.
Yes, let me shout out my stylist, London from Akira. Y'all gotta check him. Well, don't check him out because he's my stylist. Y'all don't be rocking my stuff.
Wait,
okay?
how you gonna shout somebody else?
Well, I'm just saying. London from
where I bought it
Akira,
from.
you
You can't go
are the
get it.
bombdiggity.com. He always hooks me up. I got some amazing people on my team from hair, makeup. Oh, my glam squad is on point. So big shout out to London. Keep hitting me with the outfits, London. Okay, keep hitting me with the outfits because they love all this bling. I'm blinding them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I like
Fire.
that. Yeah, fire. All day
got a
fire.
woman. Way overtime. And I can't see all this sparkle.
It's all good. It's all good.
But you know what? I just want to say something. I feel like just with the influencers,
Yeah.
I feel like they push a narrative that people attach themselves to.
Yeah.
Okay, give me an example.
You could be an influencer that, it's all about wearing expensive clothes and getting attention, and people see that and you get all these likes. So then they're pushing that narrative of wearing expensive clothes is going to bring you all these type of people and likes, and then it may propel your lifestyle. And so regular folks now will attach to that and think that it's going to give them that.
But
And
behind the scenes, they're a totally different person.
exactly. so
Yeah.
that they attach onto that narrative, but it may not really work for them. And then whereas a mentor, like you were saying, digs in. That mentors dig in. A true mentor is not going to just be like, I'm your mentor and just want to be known by name.
Right.
True mentors don't even want to be told like I'm your mentor. They really invest in, like I said multiple times, but it's really the truth. They take their time and say, listen, this is what I went through, or this is how things work. Let me help you out with that. It's not about pushing a narrative that just fits what they're doing to be successful. So that I just want to kind of say that influencers, social media, it's a challenging thing. And our young kids, going back to them,
Yeah.
they need mentorship because you cannot have social media mentoring our youth. That's a problem. That's a problem. And or even people going into business, they look at social media and they say, okay, do this and this and you'll be rich. All these real estate gurus, all of these financial gurus, influencers, and a lot of them be broke. So we got to be very careful when we see these influencers talking about this is how you do things. And then, you know, they're selling books, they're selling things on the side to try to make money, but they're really not that rich person, wealthy person that they're stating. I believe everyone should have a mentor.
Yeah.
I think it's extremely important for kids to have mentors. You know, it could be a family member. But a lot of times, you know, with kids, they listen to parents, but they also need to hear from someone
They need
else.
a big brother or a big sister.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like, good plug. Thank you for that.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. But yes. Shout out to big brother, big sister. But I agree with you. And I feel though that mentors need to change that narrative on the influencers, because there's so many young kids on social media that take that narrative of influencing or influencers, and they are taking what they see on social media and making it their Bible in a sense, instead of actually going to someone that can actually guide them on making the right choices. Because these influencers, they're not professional whatevers. You know, they're out there to make some kind of money. I mean, I guess, would you call me an influencer?
You're influencing.
I am? Okay.
But are you going to have a technical influencer?
I mean, I would hope that I can mentor some young women on one of the, you know, when it comes down to relationships and stuff.
There's a fine line between what your I guess your core value is to help.
Yeah.
And not to, if you don't make a dime off the show, if you want to help businesses, you want to help couples, singles, children, whatever that you have a heart to. It's almost a ministry. Well, actually, no, it's a ministry.
It is a ministry, yeah.
And in that sense, it's not trying to be an influencer. You're trying to minister to people. Now, this just happens to be the catalyst to get it out there. But
but mentorship is a ministry too, right?
Mentorship is a ministry. What I'm saying, as far as you're saying you're an influencer. No, this is a ministry to you. Now, if they're influenced into the ministry, that's nice.
Right.
But at the end of the day, your goal is to win someone for Christ,
right? And
also to help someone who's downtrodden or whatever to be better,
right?
So at the end of the day, you're trying to help.
Yes.
You know, you're trying to sell it. Even though, you know, she has those Dining With Nadiva shirts, and they are, you know, if you send money to Mike Parker 1974 at Cash App, I get, you know, I give her a piece. I give her a piece.
I got some merchandise.
But that much.
I got some
They're very
merchandise.
influential.
Exactly. Well, then, since you were talking about help, right? I want to ask this question to you both: who helped shape your life? And how important was the guidance to your success?
Yikes. That's a good one. I consider myself an observational learner, right? As far as influencers, there's multiple people. I mean, there's people from, obviously, if I start with my household, my parents, how important they are to my lifestyle and how I, you know, do what I do on a daily basis, right? That original foundation. And then as you continue on, you may even have friends on and pay attention to things that they have done in a successful manner, whether it was education, whether how they handle their finances, how they handle relationships. So I think for me personally, you know, I never could just put my finger on one person, because I'm asked this question often. There is a multitude of folks that I could put on that list, because I really look at various folks and I pay attention. I just study people. Like, so, okay, this person came in my life and they empowered me, right? There was, when we first started our business, I had a lawyer who empowered me and my business partner when we thought we weren't good enough in the industry we're in. And she said, "You guys are smart. You know what you're doing." And it's unfortunate that I needed someone else to tell me this. I needed someone else to tell me that I was good, even though we knew what we were doing. That was important for us, took me to another level. Then I had one more after that who said, "Bert, you need to be a part of a different type of group of folks, right? You have to expand your horizons, right? Coming from an urban area and my core friends who are with me to this day, but I also had to dip into another space of business folks because that's where I wanted to go.
Right.
So that was number two. And then lastly, getting involved with another person who taught me the skills of making more money and understanding how to not to spend it foolishly.
Right.
Right. So for me, I'm an observational learner, and I've had quite a bit of mentors who have been a part of my life, but I've really just spent time with them to learn from them and just studied what they did. Studied what people are doing when they're doing well, tweak it, but that's what I was kind of able to do. And I really try to, when I do speak to people at times, I tell them, you don't have to reinvent the wheel all the times. You can look and see what's making sense, tweak it, right? You want to have your own little spice on things. But when you're going down the wrong road, you should pay attention. You see why that guy failed or that young lady failed. Pay attention to people who are doing well. Look at some of their core attributes, and then you can learn from that to be able to do well in life. That's something that I really, really feel very passionate about, because I think that people just miss out on such a simple concept. It's not even, you don't have to go to like college for that.
No,
right?
no.
You just sit down and listen and pay attention.
Yeah. I think that you can actually have mentors for different situations. Like you can have a mentor for marriage, you can have a mentor for business, right? What do you think about that? Who mentored you? And how did that contribute to your success?
Very fortunate to be, I was raised by just my mom, and I was very fortunate that she was attached to a ministry church that I was surrounded by men who I saw doing. My pastor, the deacons of the church, the trustees of the church. My best friend's dad, who was a deacon, he wound up becoming a minister, and I wound up playing for him. I was very fortunate to watch that dynamic and them having households who I envied, because my pastor, his wife had his meal set for him when he got home from work. She was a stay-at-home, and she had jobs, but he was a chief breadwinner. So when he got home, I saw her bring his plate. They sat down and talked, and I saw that dynamic. And then I also went to other friends' houses, and I saw their dynamic. And in every dynamic, it was the man did what he's supposed to do, took care of his family, and that was like, wow. So I had to be that. And then I surrounded myself, because all of my friends, we all have jobs, we all take care of our family, we all are chief breadwinners, and we all know what it is to do the work.
Right.
Going into music, I always surrounded myself with, I was always the youngest one around me. So I always saw older people, like, and they always poured into me for whatever reason. Whether it was when I first learned, his name is Darnell Parks. He's my pastor's son. He taught me how to play, and then I just carried on from them. And I always surrounded myself with better people, and always was around better people. To even now, the guy who was my mentor, he's actually younger than me, and doing the going over to secular, doing weddings and stuff. His name is Dewan Allison. They call him Divine, and he's younger than me, but he's super dope. But he was the one that's like, come here, I'll show you what to do, and gave me the blueprint.
Wow.
And said, you can do it. And surrounded me with people that was like, you can do it. Even when I crashed and burned. Even when I failed, they was like, all right, get up tomorrow and do it again. There'll be another song. Don't do that again. But, and I kept getting better. I keep getting to where I'm now. When I decided to quit my job and go into full-time, I asked the Lord, I said, if it's meant for me to do this, keep my phone ringing. And my phone hasn't stopped ringing.
I know that's right.
And I don't look for work. Work finds me. So when you're good at it, they will find you. Like that networking thing, it will find you. And that's where I'm at now. So I was very fortunate to have the men around me, and women also, who I saw, who said, and I met this young lady, her name was Nadiva, and we had a interaction, and yeah, I'm stuck in this godforsaken podcast.
You hear
these buttons.
You hear how the voice changed, ladies and gentlemen.
Somebody come help me. This lady crazy. She making me wear blue in the middle of the day. I can't keep this. Guys, look, light blue. Do I look like baby powder to you?
That's why I had to come with the dark blue.
I know. I'm sorry.
He came with a man color.
I just said Vita family.
I'm saying with
Come on, but if you think about it, y'all are under my mentorship when it comes down to being prepared for this show. I'm just saying. You are in a sense. But I like what you said though, Michael, because at the end of the day, because of the type of mentors that have been in your life, now you've pretty much made a name from yourself because of your work ethic and how talented you are. I mean, your name is synonymous with so many.
Infamous.
It is infamous. It's very infamous. You say Michael Parker.
Yeah, people
in
know
New
me.
York, and they know him.
People know me, and I'd be surprised.
Yeah.
I can't go nowhere, and I got this blue car, and they'd be like, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Michael Parker has definitely made a name for himself, and I think it's because you were under a lot of great mentorship, and you're probably at the point now where you could mentor a lot of other musicians.
I do it, but I tell them the same thing that was told to me. I asked them a question. You sure? Because people will say this, and you can be attest to this. I want to do such and such. I want to do this or this. Are you sure?
Right.
Because this is the work that comes with it. And this is the sacrifice that you have to make to get there.
Right.
weekends and my holidays have been ruined for the foreseeable future because I'm working Mother's Day, I'm working Father's Day,
Right.
I'm working July 4th weekend, except for this July 4th weekend, we'll have the epic housewarming party. But
Y'all are all invited, by the way.
And then-
We'll drop his new address down in the description
Hey, show
box.
up, brother.
Y'all
But
are
no,
all invited.
The work that comes with it, and then the other that comes with it, because my wife gets at me all the time. They don't think you are alive. You are never at the events, the family events. I'm working.
Right.
So, and I have to have somebody. I'm fortunate to have somebody that understands that, and I make it up for her because she takes bribes. So I make sure I bribe her really good. But at the end of the day, that's still a part of it in his life. You're the boss, and when they don't show up, you got to do that work.
Right.
So are you ready for that?
Right.
That's the part about mentoringship. Like, are you sure? Okay, it'll happen.
Sometimes you gotta tell people like, are you sure? It's okay to be
it's okay.
to not do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
not entrepreneurship or running a business. It's not necessarily for everyone.
Yeah.
So if you're sure and you want to put in that work, here's the blueprint.
Right.
The blueprint. Yep.
Here's the blueprint.
Right.
Follow it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I got 50 songs. They gave me a list of songs. They were arm length long. Learn them songs, and they always be working.
Right.
Now, it took me a while. And I learned those songs.
Right.
Now, there's a billion other songs up there because of that, but that was the blueprint. They said, do this core, and it'll work for you. And if the blueprint is out there, and you see the blueprint, and you work the blueprint, and it works,
I love that.
there it is.
I love
There
that.
it is.
Well, before we wrap up this
Wrap up.
topic, I just wanted to also ask, what does it feel like when you see your mentorship come to fruition and your mentee has now thrived and taken heed to your mentorship program or your mentor advice? What does that feel like for you and for the mentee?
Well, with Big Brothers, there's an amazing feeling to see the kids when they, graduate and go on to college, and we have a scholarship program, and how many of them go back for their second year of college, and we'll do videos and follow up with them, and it's touching. It's touching when you see the work pays off. And when I mentor folks in business, to see when someone, whether they need mentorship because they need a new job, and they get a new job, and I work with them to get to that point, and after they get that job and they're able to buy a house, those things really go deep, and that's the thing. So it's a win-win for both, right?
Yeah.
If you're mentoring, there's that win you get, and the mentee, they get that win as well. So those
And now
those are
they've
the
become a
things.
testimonial
They
for you.
become a testimonial, and I think more people, as they do well and or successful, should look into mentoring and how they can do it. Some, even if it's just helping out with an organization that does it.
Right. And some people don't even know they're mentoring
Right.
because they don't know the kids are watching.
And they're watching.
And they are watching.
They're watching.
And they are watching. So, listen, this was a good topic today. Very good topic. So, of course, I had a scripture to match this topic. And, I'm in one of Michael's favorite books, which is Proverbs. Proverbs, because it got all that wisdom that Michael always needs. Proverbs is like his mentor. So, I was in Proverbs 11:14.
She went to sleep.
I'm sorry. But Proverbs 11:14 says, where there is no guidance, a people falls. But in an abundance of counselors, there is safety. So wisdom is learned. It's not inherited. None of us were created to do life alone. The right mentor can provide wisdom, accountability, and encouragement that helps us become everything God has called us to be. Whether you are looking for a mentor or called to be one, remember that somebody's breakthrough may be waiting on your willingness to share what you've learned. So think on that, y'all. Whether you're a mentor or you're a mentee, somebody's waiting for your breakthrough. And it could be you, it could be that mentor. Okay? But you got to be willing to share as the mentor what you've learned. Because people are trying to eat this up. They want to eat this up, And I hope these episodes allow you guys some time to really reflect on where you are in your life. If you're looking for a mentorship program, feel free to reach out to my cousin Bert. And he definitely, I'm sure, will give you the right direction and guidance on where you need to be in your life in those next steps. I want to just take this time out to thank my cousin for spending these 4 weeks with us.
Thank you.
It has been an absolute blessing and a pleasure to have family. I always love when family come on. It's just a different vibe, you know. I kind of let my hair down just a little bit more because it's safe, you know. It's only Michael that makes it unsafe because he doesn't realize now my whole entire family is going to be watching.
Can I just jump in and say,
yes.
I just want to say I'm very, very proud of you. And to see what you've done with your platform. And I really appreciate you bringing me on here. It's, excuse me, I wasn't supposed to cough at that moment.
Oh, I thought he was getting emotional. I was like, oh my God, he getting emotional.
It might have been.
Aww.
Notice I was like, he better not start.
No, but no, definitely proud of you and what you've done and what you're doing for the community as well. It's good work. And again, the family is, I'm representing the family here and saying congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much, cuz. Oh, that means so much to me. Y'all gonna make me emotional now. But no,
Didn't know we was your mentees. You're our mentor, huh? You snuck that one in. And on that note, stay divine.
Oh, Jesus, Lord Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
I guess we gotta wrap it up. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you, Bert, for being here. Michael, it's always a pleasure working with you. And all my viewers, thank you so much for all your support. Come on, let's get us to this goal. Y'all know where we need to be, okay? So get us there, all right? We need your help. But thank you so much for tuning in today. Please be sure, like I said, to like, subscribe, and share. And check out my cousin Bert. All his LinkedIn information will be in the description box. And I love you all with the love of the Lord. But until the next time, stay divine. Ciao.